welcome in everybody to the final race of the round of 8 live from Miami, Homestead, Miami Speedway I should say. And well, last chance for these drivers to lock themselves into the championship chase course that taking place next Sunday night from Phoenix Raceway. But tonight, last chance for these drivers. You see their points bottom left of the screen as they head into tonight's race. Qualifying currently underway, and thanks for the sub, Matt, appreciate that. As we see live on screen, Mr. Willie McClune, one of the Sigma Sim Sport guys. Of course, Luke Dilworth on top of that points ladder at the moment, also locked into the top 4 at the moment. The only driver to do so far is Willie McClune at the moment. Quickest lap, first time by for some of these guys. Xavier Simmons at auto renewal. I don't know how to turn it off. You go into your subscriptions on Twitch. Classic. Not that I'm encouraging it, just leave it on, it's all good. No ads, can't complain. But well, joining me in the comms box, it is Mr. Carl Nedler. Carl, mate, welcome in. Another Sunday night, the penultimate round of the virtual racing VRA Xfinity series. And well,
yeah,
it's going to
sorry
be
for sorry for the delayed entry there, Brad. But welcome viewers, and this Homestead race for the second to last race of the season is going to be a cracker. Can't wait. It's going to be good.
Yeah, you kind of caught me a bit off guard there. I was like,
yeah,
oh shit! And now I've got to make up heaps of stuff. But anyway, we got through it. And
when you said you're going live, I thought you meant the old intro was going.
Nah, mate, we were already doing that. We were into that already. But well, that is pretty much qualifying done. Cale James at the moment, I think, still on track. We're going to see what sort of lap he can do here. Currently sits P20. Out of the championship chase. I don't know if you've got that the stream up on your phone or not, Carl.
Well,
I'll share my one with you now. But
yeah, that might help.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say the contenders, the points down the bottom left of the screen tonight, and I will update those as we get through. Oh, big slide for James there, just sends it, loops it round, and that's gonna probably bring an end to his qualifying run. Meantime, Darcy Wilson,
oh, look at this,
pops himself into the top 5. Cale James just sends it. But yeah, the points down there. Of course, stage points tonight. 10 points for first at the end of the stage, down to obviously 1 for 10th. And those are at the end of lap 35 and lap 70, so another thing to keep an eye on tonight, Carl, as we work the way through the race. Those stage points, with how close it is between some of these drivers, could be very vital tonight, as we see Berkeley here currently sitting 7th in qualifying, trying to improve. In fact, he is done in qualifying. He's just getting extra laps in here at the moment.
I don't know if you're still there, Matt, but if you've, in the past, when I've subbed to another channel, I've had to go and unsubscribe via my Apple account on my phone, if that's how you've done it. But I don't know if that helps or not.
Or you go into your Twitch page and have a look at your subscriptions, and you can go in that way and turn them off. There's 5 seconds left in qualifying now, and well, it's going to be go time. Last chance for 3 drivers really to get into the chase now, because Dilworth already has locked himself in. Wouldn't want to unsub. Yeah, good idea. Great move. So here we go. Carl, we'll get these grids, mate, up on screen. penultimate race tonight. So out of row 1, it's going to be a Sigma Sim Sports front row lockout with Bryce Harding out of 1 and Willie McClune starting out of row 2. And it will change eventually, hopefully.
Yeah, starting out of row 2, we have Mitch Fabish and Corey Crossan, sorry.
Out of row number 3, it's going to be Darcy Wilson and Caleb Beecroft.
From row number 4, we have a Tinder lockout in Joel Berkeley and Bradley Oldfield.
Out of row 5, it'll be Xavier Simmons and Luke Dilworth.
And from row 6, we have Ben Stillborn and Devon Stove.
Out of row number 7, we'll see Hammy Stein and Hayden Guptill.
And from row 8, we have Lachlan Mead and Caden Barker.
Out of row number 9, it'll be Dylan Cook and Cale James.
And from row 10, we have Hadley Boyce and Kyle Matthews.
Out of row number 11, we will see Dion Gregory and Alec Inslee.
And from row 12, we have Murray Hall running out the field.
How good.
I don't know about you, Brad, but that came across the stream very glitchy.
What's that?
Trying to get those grids in, but...
Yeah,
sorry.
that's it missed the second row altogether, so... But yeah, I can't say I'm watching the stream at the moment, so hopefully it's all...
It might have just been for me on Discord, I don't know, but...
Yeah, are you watching it on YT? Oh yeah, watching it on Discord, yeah, it will be. It'll be an absolute nightmare. But look at this Tinder cars here of Joel Berkeley looking to lock himself into that top 4. Aliens. You go, it was aliens in the chat, Carl, that's what it was.
Aliens. Kempy's here to ruin things even more, is he?
Yeah. So here we go, about to go racing, penultimate race for the Virtual Racing Aotearoa Xfinity Series, and we are go here at Homestead, Miami Raceway.
We might just need to set the reset button here, Brad. We're all sorts of cocked up here.
Yeah, having an absolute mare.
Yeah, coming in late to the comms box, calling it an ends car race on a Sunday. All sorts of shenanigans, man.
Oh, look at Dilworth.
You see Dilworth way up high.
Oh, 3 wide early. Oh, and we're under yellow. We are.
What about a poll this week, Brad? We've got a poll going. I want to win some more channel points.
Yep. Should we get a poll going for everyone? What's your thoughts?
Absolutely.
This looks like early stages here. Caden Barker has had a bit of a moment. We'll see if it was with... Oh, yeah, here we go. The 16 getting loose first. Oh, the 44 just drove straight into him and tried to finish him off, to be fair. So, interesting.
I was going to say something rather cheeky, but I don't know how sensitive that topic is at the moment, so I won't say it.
I'll tell you what, he looked like he just drove into him, but anyway.
So what are we doing with this? What are we going to do for the poll, Brad? Are we going to do it like a Sigma win, like a yes or no, or are we going to do multiple choice with the yellows again?
Yeah, what do you reckon? What do you reckon in the chat? We should get it going. Either way, do we want a yellow one or do we want a Sigma driver lock themselves in? Give you like 30 seconds to think about that one, as we are under yellow here early. Homestead, Miami. Tell you what, we're going to get it right eventually, Carl.
We've got 115 laps to get it right, 112 laps to get it right.
You're a whiffing, Carl.
Oh, what have I done now, Kempy? Power Rangers.
So, locked in already, obviously Luke Dilworth. They're looking to lock themselves in. McLean, Harding, Corey Crossan coming off that win in En's car on Wednesday night it was.
Very good win on Wednesday night there from Corey. Showed plenty of pace all night and stayed patient with that strategy that when that yellow came out. So worked his way back through the field and worked his way back through the field and managed to get the win. So I mean, I think that was his maiden win in En's car in terms of like a proper race win, not just like a Jules race that sort of counts towards that stat within the league, but definitely his first proper fixture win. So again, it's just this whole Sigma thing just keeps rolling on from week to week, doesn't it, Brad?
Yeah, certainly getting plenty of practice, and it shows when it comes to race night. These guys always at the front of the field, and let's see tonight if any of these guys can lock themselves in the easy way. Well, it's not really the easy way, is it? Getting a win.
You mentioned practice just before, Brad. Seeing Kempy in the chat, I hope you're getting plenty of practice for Wednesday night, mate.
Practice at what? That's the question.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, En's car possibly. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll put a 10-minute timer on this prediction. It's how many yellows. So,
How many yellows?
if you are watching, get your channel points, make some bets while you're watching, see how it goes for yourself. As we get back under racing here at Homestead, Miami. Oh, look at them, 3 wide, and these guys into it early. Berkeley, Oldfield going at it. Fabish, the likes of Simmons as well, trying to work a way into this playoff position. So let's see if we can get some green flags in the book. Darcy Wilson now moves up onto the back of Mitch Fabish. Those Tinder cars, of course, the easy way of seeing who is in the playoff picture at the moment. Those yellow banners on their front windows, along with the spoilers. Oh, a bit of contact, 3 wide between Oldfield, Beecroft, and possibly Fabish as well. As Oldfield slides up the track. Berkeley works forward another position, now up into 7th. Meanwhile, out front, Willie McLean. In front from Harding, Corey Crossan, who needs a big result tonight.
Darcy Wilson just making a move back up there and Crossan there too, Brad. But we've chucked some channel points on, mate. We've gone 7+ yellows for the night.
Okay, big call. Let's see what happens.
On your first race at Daytona. Good stuff. We got the Tinder car up high. Is that
It is
Berkeley?
Joel Berkeley, it certainly is. He's
Yes.
now sitting P6, so your main fight really tonight is between Berkeley and Crossan. You've got to keep a close eye on those guys, and those stage points, they're going to be crucial. Berkeley, he'll be giving away points right now to Corey Crossan. So Berkeley, he'll be out there trying to limit the damage as Dilworth forces his way round the outside. Of course,
There is 8 points the difference there, Brad, so there is a little bit of wiggle room there.
yeah, so at the moment though, Corey Crossan, he's going to pick up, if the stage was to end now, 8 points, and Berkeley, he would only get 3, so you've wiped out 5 straight away. So those stage points, they are going to be crucial tonight as far as getting that final position in that championship chase. Dilworth, of course, locked in already with the win last week, but he is pushing tonight. Looking to get a... Sorry, Cal.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, it wouldn't... Berkeley's showing a little bit of consistency with looking after the tyres most weeks, and he sort of comes on strong later in the run, typically from what we've seen. So he may just be looking to sort of just be patient and keep himself out of trouble, Brad, to be fair. Which we'll just watch that unfold as he is right up top.
Yep.
So just look at, or just keep an eye on him and just to see how that time, if he falls off the time, if he's losing his positions, or if he can make some times. You see Corey Crossan just goes up top as well. So he's within striking distance by all means. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, like you say, and you just have to keep our eyes peeled. Is that Berkeley? No, that's not Berkeley. That was that Oldfield? All sorts of squirmy in the background. That was Berkeley in the background. No, Oldfield's ahead of Berkeley, so it must have been Berkeley way back there.
Getting a bit loose, as we see here. Look at this battle. Dilworth, he is on an absolute mission now, sits in the top 5. Tracking these guys down. Went quickest last time by.
Yeah, so obviously just keep an eye on that bottom left-hand side of your screen there, folks, with the next to the THD logo. You've got all the points breakdown. So the top 4 advance into the final next week at Phoenix. So Dilworth already in, like Brad said, with that win last week. As we go 3 wide through 3 and 4 here, with Darcy Wilson in the middle there, and Berkeley just shadowing Beecroft, and look at that, Wilson just chopping Beecroft's nose off there. So a lot of movement going around here, but yeah, so out of Harding, McLean and Berkeley and Crossan, really those 4 are looking for 3 spots, aren't they, Brad?
Yeah, it's going to be a very tight contest right down to the wire, no doubt about that. Corey Crossan now.
Oh, is that Stove in the number 80? It is, just gets stuck into Bradley Oldfield, sorry.
He's got Stillmore below him. So this is on big time at the moment. Corey Crossan now finds himself in P2 behind the 61 of Willie McLean, who so far has led from the get-go and looking comfortable out in front, 14 laps in of 115 tonight.
Yes, is it an extended race next week at Phoenix, Brad, or is it just a standard certain mile?
I am not too sure off the top of my head, pal. Harding seems to be falling back a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean this track will degrade your tyres a wee bit here, so could just be the play. Like, this man is known for taking it very easy, especially early in the race. You know, he's said that many a times on the broadcast when he's coming for a chat, and sort of uttered the words of, like, just get in there and get into a rhythm and look after the stuff, and then just let the race unfold and be there at the end. Essentially, when you've 3 guys racing for 4 spots, you just want to make sure you're patient, you stay out of trouble, and you sort of got your fate in your own hands, essentially, Brad.
Yeah, too right, especially when you've got guys around you who have nothing on the line and just going to send it, try and get a win tonight. For Berkeley now, that we spoke about him. Good on the tyres, comes back throughout the stint, and well, now was down to about 9th, back to 7th. And they look to be all getting up to that top 9, which is interesting, getting a bit of momentum up there, or better on the tyres, possibly.
They'll be carrying a little bit more momentum at the top, obviously, and getting that sort of end of that straight line speed there, and it may be putting a little bit of pressure on those right side tyres, but you want to be within, like you say, you want to be within striking distance of someone like Corey Crossan if you're racing with him to get that all-important 4th spot. And each position he can gain is 1 position or 1 point offset in terms of those stage points you spoke about earlier. So it's a little bit of a fine battle whether you, a fine line whether you sort of put your foot down and make that track position, or you maybe set yourself up for the second stage and get some of those points back, possibly.
Yeah, I guess if you are Corey Crossan, you'll be trying to gather as many stage points as possible to close that margin to Berkeley. So Berkeley again drops back to 9th. Just jumping up and down a bit there.
A little bit of a concertina sort of give and take between positions there.
So we check out
Alec Lindsley up
Yeah.
10 spots tonight, Brad.
on a charge. He currently sits. Let's try and find him throughout the field here.
He is in 12th spot.
Yeah, so started obviously off the back. Did it? To come up 10. Well, yeah, obviously, yeah. Duh. Willie McLean, though, race leader.
The little important announcement, Brad. 4 sleeps until the THD. Oh, we've got a slow car on the inside there.
Is that Caden Barker, possibly? Dylan
Maybe.
Cook? Dylan Cook it is.
4 more sleeps until the THD Sim Sports Productions Daytona event on Wednesday night at Enscar.
Yeah, bit of bump drafting coming your way. That is going to be one to tune into, no doubt about that. And while we're mentioning other series, tomorrow night, the virtual racing Aotearoa Porsche Carrera Cup gets underway, and I tell you what, a massive field lined up, well, entered for round 1, so here's hoping they all turn up and it is going to be something worthwhile watching, that's for sure, because it's going to be a lot of cars. I believe 57 have signed up to the series, so
57.
yeah, something around that number, so
That's a big turnout.
yeah, something that is certainly going to be worth tuning into, no doubt about that, as we see Corey Crossan here. Starting to take a bit of time out of race leader Willie McLean. And the question lies, will Willie make it hard for him as we start getting closer to the end of stage 1? Yeah, that's
What lap is stage 1 in there, Brad? Sorry.
35. End of lap 35,
End
stage
of
1 tonight. And we did ask that question earlier in the chat there, Liam, but you mustn't have been there, whether we should do a poll on whether a Sigma driver was getting through tonight or whether it was yellows.
You can't go wrong with yellows, though. You get a few choices there.
Yeah,
Bit of a gambling man myself, you know. You sort of look for something a little bit exotic, try and make a bit of bank.
yeah, too right. So we see here, Crossan trying to get to the back of McLean. Hayden Guptill now up to 7.
There's 7 spots.
Yeah,
7 spots up for the night, 7 spots gained for the night too, so he's on a bit of an early charge.
making some gains. Joel Berkeley, though, now back to 10. And dropping off the pace. See Simmons up in front of him. Alec Inslee, your biggest mover now, just sitting in 11th with Mitch Fabish. Having a bit of a
Mitch
battle.
Fabish started off that second run, he slipped away back, but that's obviously a bit of a rocky start.
there goes
Oh,
Beecroft. How did he save it, Caleb Beecroft? That was almost a big one.
Right then.
Done a great job saving that. Of course, a few drivers we haven't seen for a wee while making a return tonight. Hammy Stein, one of them, currently sits at P15 in the race.
Is it Lachlan Mead? We haven't seen him for a few weeks, have we?
Yeah, I don't think so. And he's a lap down at the moment, currently in the 16 car. There's Oldfield up in front of him. But Oldfield obviously on the lead lap, currently sits P14. It's Hammy Stein. Where's that car of Lachlan Mead?
Oh. You start to see these tyres getting a little bit loose here now. He's sort of getting to that 30 lap mark. But you're going to want to see Berkeley's going to need to get a bit of a wriggle on here as he starts to really slide those tyres a wee bit there. So he's in the 85, yeah, because it's coming up with 19 on the timing tower.
Yeah, so Oldfield's in the 85.
Oh, yeah,
And
okay.
Berkeley looks like he's in the 9, but it's got a 1 inside the 9.
Ah, right. A little bit of playing a little bit of silly buggers with us.
Yeah, so it's actually 19. And I think,
Roger.
I'm pretty sure he comes up 19 in the timing tower. Yes, he does. But yeah, it does
There
look
you go.
like a 9.
Very, very ambiguous there.
Devon Stove and Xavier Simmons now 8th and 9th in the race. Ben Stillborn working his way forward too, now currently 6th and 6th position.
Did you get a little bit off topic, Brad, but did you watch any of the NASCAR today?
No, I was at Jack's Power Farming Cup Rugby today, so I missed that. I have seen highlights of a couple of lid skids. So
yeah, I was going to yeah, sorry, I forgot about that because I actually saw that pop up on the old feed. But oh well, yeah, a couple of big moments there.
Yeah, as always is with Daytona, you've got to get behind it, don't you? Always, you sit there waiting in anticipation of that big crash, and you know we'll be doing that on Wednesday night for NSCAR. I can tell you that now. When's it going to unfold? And it's always better if it happens at the front because it cleans out most of the field. So we'll see what happens come Wednesday night for the a virtual Daytona race for the NSCAR Championship. And I guess the other good thing about Daytona, Carl, is that you know if you're there at the end, it's anyone's race. It's all about who's going to have who around them. And,
absolutely, you want to be working as a pack in that sort of drafting style racing, but Stillborn being reasonably consistent just there, Brad, but not really much change up front. McLuhan's out to about a second lead over Crossan and 5 laps away from stage end. Berkeley's going to have to get a rig on. He is just falling out of the top 10 and will not be getting stage points, and Crossan will be getting 9, so that will leapfrog them in terms of those points that you can see down on your left-hand corner there, folks.
Yeah, that'll put them into the chase, won't it?
Crossan will be at a 1-point advantage, so Berkeley really needs to gain a position here to offset that. So yeah. This is going to be the talk of the evening here, Brad, with us and whoever's in the chat about these 3 guys that are racing for those 4 spots. So
Darcy Wilson, he's going to pick up some good stage points here as well, but he's going to lose some to Corey Crossan as well, isn't he, sir?
Yeah, so even that'll give him a... Well, yeah, that doesn't really matter. He was probably a little bit far back. He sort of needs to win this race tonight to really make any sort of effort. Berkeley surely burns out his tyres.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. He's just dropped off the pace big time, hasn't he? As he's now down to 12th, Joel Berkeley. So, yeah, clearly something not quite going right there. Darcy Wilson, though, teammate of Berkeley, I believe, has seemed to got a bit of pace out there. And sitting up inside that top 5, he is in that top 8 playoff figure at the moment. But like you say, Carl, got a lot of work to do.
You got any intel
slide from Dilworth! Oh.
You got any intel for us there, Liam, from down pit lane? Any chatter, any intel that's sort of feed the boys a bone up in the booth that we can spark a conversation with?
Tell you what, you're going to see these guys stick out for these stage points, no doubt about that.
Well, especially Crossan, yeah, and Harding.
Has anyone though in the field taken a chance? Hammy Stein, he's down pit lane at the moment. But I believe he could be out of the race possibly, or has damage because he's a lap down now. Just seeing if anyone was going to take that opportunity to get some, gain some positions and stop early, but not in this one. As stage about to come to an end here, Carl.
Yeah, so Harding's going to get 8 points on top of his tally, so that'll take him up to 1580. And stay ahead of... Well, yeah, so him and McLuhan are going to be basically status quo in terms of those points there. At the end of this lap, Crossan will jump ahead, and it'll be a Sigma projected Sigma top 4 moving on to Phoenix next week at this rate, but still one more stage to go, and obviously just that 80 odd laps.
Yeah, what was I thinking? I was thinking we were going to have a yellow. No yellows, of course, in the these stages. So we carry on. 8th, it's going to be Simmons, so he picks up points, but you've got to start thinking that he almost...
He really needs to win the race.
He needs to win the race to get himself into that playoff picture. Well out of it at the moment. And
a lot of mathematical things need to go his way to advance there, Brad.
Yeah, he'll be hoping for a crash, surely.
But Darcy Wilson up top, just sort of trying to make some inroads on the outside of Stillborn and get on the back of Dilworth and maybe make that pass, but might have to start thinking about what they're going to do in terms of tyres for the second stage, Brad, and start thinking about some strategy about how it's going to set them up for that stage, the end of stage 2 there.
Yeah, so I'm watching Stillborn at the moment. And going off what Liam said earlier, I'm going to say that he was the one saving the tyres, because now he's about to get himself up into the top 5 and starting to look like he has a little bit of pace underneath him out there at the moment. Just got to quite get that pass done though.
No. Wilson's still got some momentum and some speed, but... Carry on, Brett.
Be interesting to see if Dilworth starts to fade a little bit here. He obviously made up all that ground in the earlier stages of the race, so has he used up some of those tyres underneath him at the moment?
That'll be sort of the telling tale in the next 10 or so laps here, but yeah, if you're watching and want to jump into the conversation with us, come over to THD_Brad, chuck a follow on that, or if you already have, hit that sub button, jump in the chat away with us and sort of get amongst it.
Oh, look at this, Oldfield getting underneath Dilworth there. So Oldfield has obviously done a tour of the pit lane and has some fresh tyres on. You can see the difference.
Yeah, well, he's obviously, I mean, he's not racing for he's out there racing for possibly a win or just a good result tonight. Obviously not in any contention to get himself locked into the chase next week. So obviously out there to take a win away from someone or some points away and possibly upset someone's night from advancing through to next week's championship race. But yeah, no doubt we'll start to see some guys, maybe even Berkeley possibly coming down pit lane if he hasn't already. I'm just sort of nosying through. Yeah, so Berkeley is down a lap, but he's been down pit lane. So yeah, start to watch those guys. Possibly, maybe need to start thinking about looking after some tyres, especially if McClone and these guys are still out front, and they're going to be on a bit of an offset sort of strategy there with some difference in tyres. So Berkeley getting that job done inside of Simmons there. You can, like you say, Brad, you can just see the difference in grip and lap time and speed. Can we get a view of Bryce's helmet? Does he look like Mr. Bean this week?
Is that Bryce Harding? We'll jump on board with him and we'll have a look. I think we what do we need to go here? We can't really see. Yeah, it's the Mr. Bean one again. We'll see if we can bring up the gyro cam, see if we can see it on that. Nah. That was, yeah. Might have been Ed's car we saw that in, was it?
Maybe the gyro cam's a little bit further to the right and further back in the Ed's car. In the cup car camera, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
We can nearly come into that 50 lap mark, not far off halfway.
Yeah, so I was thinking that that's probably going to be the target mark for most of this field. So look to come down pit lane, get some fresh tyres and fuel, but if we keep an eye on the rate that these guys are cutting through the field, they have already stopped, albeit we'll have older tyres once these guys do eventually stop. Yeah.
They might be looking to do a 3-stop, or they possibly think about doing a 2-stop. and having maybe using that last set of tyres if it's going to be quite clean. We're off to a bit of a steady run here at the moment.
Yeah, just that one early caution on the opening lap, in fact.
I think my prediction for the laps is going to be a little bit off at this stage. But you never know, we might have a bit of a caution fest towards the end where the guys start getting a bit argy-bargy, getting the shoulders out, get tangled up. When those last 3 spots are up for grabs, we might just see a bit of fireworks.
Yeah, certainly will. I tell you, Willie McLean now almost out 2.5 second lead, as we see there. Cale James, by the looks, just coming back out onto the circuit. It's Fabish and here Caleb Beecroft going at it for 9th and 10th on the circuit. Can you push control F12 and adjust it? Yeah, I possibly could, but it'll mean bringing up all the home screen and stuff. So.
It's happening.
I'm pretty sure we saw it in the Ends car stream. I think we went on board and you could see it clearly in that one. It was a pretty funny moment. Look here, Berkeley and Harding. It's Harding currently sits P2 in the race. Just look at those fresh tyres for Berkeley at the moment.
Really going to need to make some inroads on these new tyres here, Brad, and try and sort of offset that pace and try and get some of that track position back, and maybe start to think about leaving that set of tyres for the end of the race. And if they do go yellow here, taking that gamble at the right time. It's a bit of a crystal, like, no one's got the crystal ball, but you don't want to get that last set of tyres on the car and then end up burning them up and finding yourself falling back to the pack and watching that playoff spot go begging.
I'll tell you what, so far we're going about roughly just over 1 second slower than their best time, obviously. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much more grip they do have. But we're looking for the halfway stage, around 57, 58 laps.
Yeah, maybe try and get as far as you can on this tank at least. Anyway, if that can get you over that halfway mark, that's pretty crucial. I'm just going to take this opportunity, Brad, while we are sort of circulating under yellow here, a bit of uneventful stuff, and get myself a quick drink.
Yeah, go for gold. Get into it. So it is McLean out front. Harding sitting back at P2 at the moment. Coming on strong towards the end of the stint. Corey Crossan sitting in P3 at the moment and doing himself every chance of making it through to that top 4. Yeah, bro, trying to sell me viewers again, you know it, Kempy. And Corey Crossan really in a battle at the moment with Joel Berkeley. Berkeley at this current point a lap down, but is out there on the fresh tyres and making inroads. It's all going to come down to green flag pit stops, I would say. So I'm not sure what that was. There we go, new follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the virtual racing Aotearoa Xfinity playoffs. Final race of the round of 8. Guys looking to lock themselves in. Ben Stillborn, another one, making moves through this mid-stage of the race. Now sits P4, and Hayden Guptill too has had a good start to this one, up to P5. Check out the 2 biggest movers. Still Alec Inslee up 10, Hayden Guptill up 9. We go back to Stillborn, Matthews and Dion Gregory up 7. So Gregory having a fairly good run out there at the moment. We'll try and
he's in the chat.
pick up where he is. Currently sits 14th. Currently 1 yellow. Wayne. Oh boy. Watching Dion Gregory on screen at the moment. Currently sits down in 14th. He was one that was sitting on that playoff bubble before we went into the playoffs. Just missed out in the end, came into a bit of bad luck towards the end of the regular season.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for him. He's ultra consistent and sort of showing some promise to sneak in the back end of that top, was it 16?
Yes, yep, top 16 for the first couple of weeks of the playoff series. So we are 53 laps in, Carl. 2 retirements from the race so far. Hammy Stein and Dylan Cook are your only retirements. Cars a lap down, Caden Barker and Lachlan Mead. And then Hadley Boyce and Cale James, both of those 2 drivers.
Harding's just making a bit of
a
comeback there, Brad. If you haven't seen, he's sort of inside that 2-second mark. So gained a bit of time on McClune out front there.
Yeah, and it seems to be coming down fairly quickly too. So maybe Willie McClune possibly thinking about stopping soon. Get some fresh tyres on. Yeah, AB's box next Sunday. Wayne, who's your pick?
Box are going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, very, very hard. I was seeing an earlier stat just before. At the moment, South Africa have won 26 against us at home. The All Blacks have won 25 against them in South Africa, and there's been 1 draw. So if the All Blacks get it done this week, they'll be 50-50 for home games.
What's your pick, Brad?
I think South Africa are going to be too strong, but we'll see.
We'll see, eh?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anything's possible. Should we see Willie McClune here?
Yeah, he's really dropping off. There's a big gap back to Stillborn and Crossan.
You see here, Harding right on board with him. And you can see the back of that 61 car. There's a bit of lap traffic there. Looks like Kyle Matthews sits there, as you can see the top of that Mr. Bean helmet there from Harding. He will be eyes forward at the moment. At the moment, you'd have to say that Harding fairly well safe in the top 4.
Yeah, you'd say that he's sort of pretty safe in there at the moment, especially sitting up in second spots. We see Xavier Simmons touring down pit lane.
Guptill as well. Corey Crossan down pit lane as well. So, yeah, Crossan here. Let's see how long Willie McClune stays out for. He's going to do at least another lap. Harding as well stays out for another time around. Look at that time coming down though. Catching him at a fairly quick rate here is Bryce Harding.
Well, there's Bryce obviously looking after the tyres a lot better than Willie in this stint, and maybe even just had a little bit more, possibly have a bit more gas up his sleeve. Can you give us a bit of intel there, Liam? If you are down pit lane, give us just poke your nose into the get some SMT data for us, would you?
Yeah. Hey, look, I think Kempe, that the All Blacks will win 1 game. It's just which game. I don't think they'll get the first game because I think South Africa will come out firing. Yeah. Stillborn now down pit lane. So these leaders starting to stop. Berkeley now finds himself in P6. But how many tyres, how many laps has he done already? He's done 23 laps already on the set of tyres, Carl. So instantly any advantage that you've gained while you've been out there on fresh tyres, you're going to lose very, very quickly.
Willie McClune's just come down pit lane, Brad, as we see that pop up on the timing tower there.
So Harding now into the race lead.
And so too's Dilworth and Darcy Wilson.
Okay, so let's see where Berkeley finds himself.
There you go.
10 laps to the end of the stage as well, Carl, so something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Where everyone pops back out in order. Darcy Wilson.
He's down pit lane. Wayne, can't see the AB sitting upset in the box at Ellis Park. No, it's a long way to go and a bit of turmoil in that camp at the moment, Brad, with Alex Hensley just setting your fastest time with the assistant coach not being there.
Yeah, certainly interesting times, isn't it? Just having Kempe's comment there.
Yeah, same.
But
So you see Berkeley.
yeah, he's got back into second now. So let's just see what happens here as far as stage points go. He's definitely not going to get unlapped. So you'd think that Harding's going to stop before the end of the stage, and Berkeley's going to pick up maximum points here in the stage.
Which is going to then put him
slide. That'll put him back in front of Corey Crossan.
by a margin of
3?
Yeah, but Crossan had
it'll only be 1, will it?
No, Crossan, he's 1 point behind, so if he wins that, he'll be 8 points ahead of him or something, 9 points ahead of him possibly.
Okay.
Oh, he's 1 point behind at the moment.
Yeah, so Willie won the first one. Corey Crossan got second.
Finished. Yeah.
So Crossan picked up 9 points in that first stage, and he was 8 the difference.
Eight
so
behind,
currently 1 in point, and that is about to be eclipsed on lap 70, and that will then.
Crossan is in 5th, so he's going to get 5 points. So there's only going to, like you say, there's only going to be about 3 or 4 points between them after stage 2. So this is going to be the battle to watch here, Brad, for the remaining 40 odd laps of this race. About between these two of how this unfolds, or if McLean or Harding have a bit of a whoops when they work their way back through the field and have an accident or something, which you don't really want to see that happening.
Look at the rate that Willie McLean's coming though. So now that Harding stopped, we could see those actual margins, and just watch how fast that comes down. We got 8 laps to the end of the stage. Willie McLean currently sits 4.1 seconds behind Berkeley, who is your new race leader at the moment. But Lachlan Mead next to him. Look at those fresh tyres, the difference right there again to see.
Yes, it's certainly interesting. This is we've come to call and what the folks have tuned in for, to see this sort of drama, or this sort of, the stage has been set for a bit of a doozy at the end.
Yeah, it certainly is. Well, to be fair, let's just see where Corey Crossan finishes this stage. Currently 7.7 seconds behind Joel Berkeley, but look at that margin drop between Willie McLean and Berkeley.
That's down to 2 seconds, so there'll be 4 laps to go at the end of this lap. One of the lack of lids, yeah.
That's what we want to see on Wednesday at the Bub Draft Capital, mate. We want to see some lid skids for sure to keep things lively in the comms box. Carl, you'd get behind that.
Yeah, I would. Was that a double jacks? It was just open in the background there.
Yes, it was a.
I think I got a very good ear for that sort of thing, don't I?
A rehydration drink.
Yeah, no, some lid skids there. Big pack racing, the big one will come eventually at some point.
And I tell you what sort of a green flag run we've had tonight. This has been magic. 1 early caution on the opening lap. Since then, we've been green. And Berkeley, your race leader, from Willie McLean, now just half a second behind. So he's going to eclipse this margin and just go. Oh, it's Berkeley, a big slide there. So you'd have to say that those guys that stopped are now fueled and set to get to the finish line.
100% they will be. So Berkeley's really now just got to keep Crossan ahead of him, which he should be able to do here with only a few laps to go. And that might put them on level peggings, maybe 1 or 2 points advantage to Berkeley for that.
I think they'll be dead even. They should be on even points. So from there, it's going to be whoever finishes in front of each other. And you'd have to say Corey Crossan with the fresher tyres. Of course, Corey now only done 11 laps on that set of tyres. And we look at Berkeley, he's now done 33 laps on the set. Yeah, if they finish how they are in this order, they'll be even, I'd say, wouldn't they? Because
If Crossan gets up to third, they'll be even. There'll be 1 point. Oh, look at that! Hardy's
he's
just
just
past
dropped a
Crossan too.
position. Yeah.
So it'll be 1 or 2 points in favour of Berkeley if they finish as they are at the moment.
Because what was the margin coming in? 8, right?
8, yeah,
Yeah,
and then 9.
Crossan scored 9 points in the
So he's
first.
1 ahead.
So he was 1 ahead, and
Yeah,
right
and
now
he's
going
2
to be
points behind.
Yeah.
Well, the pit lane reporter's asking for some stint laps completed.
Yes, I can bring up the stint numbers for you. I will do that. And if you're watching and you want to see some drivers that we haven't shown you yet, just put it in the chat. More than happy to find out where your favourite driver is currently sitting at the moment. We see a battle here. The 15th and 16th, Kyle Matthews and Alec Inslee. And Dilworth now moves up to 5th. So this is dropping Crossan down the order a fair bit, which is going to open that margin back up for Berkeley. So
we've just passed that stage end. So if Dilworth got that pass done before the end of lap 70, which he may not have. So best case if Crossan was in
5th.
Was he 5th? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's going to be a few points. Berkeley will definitely hit it again. You're absolutely bang on there, big pop. So there's probably, yeah, like you say, no more than 3 points in favour of Berkeley at this stage. Good track for green stints. Yeah, when it goes green, and all those pit lane, all the guys travel down pit lane, and they get sort of spread out, it does provide some good racing. And of course, obviously, the tyre wear does come into things here, and bit of a cheese grater to see Berkeley just going to get... Oh.
I'd say you're right, actually, Big Pop. You'd expect him to see Berkeley come down within the next 8 laps, at a guess. Well, he's obviously... He's splitting the...
Anyway.
Yeah, he's splitting the race into 2, yeah? Or to 3, I should say. So obviously stop around the lap 40 mark.
If this goes green to the end, though, Brad, and he can really stretch this out without losing too much time, and then have a 25 odd lap difference in tyre life compared to the guys in front of him, he may just have a last crack at them. Possibly.
Yeah.
If things go his way. If there's a late green, then
So
if there's a late green, then he might be a bit of a sitting duck.
So Berkeley is dropping through the order big time, and here we go. He's pulled the pin early, in fact, down pit lane now, and well, from here he is going to need a caution if he is going to have any say in making that top 4, you would assume. Advantage back now to Corey Crossan, who sits now P5. Got a bit of pressure from Simmons in behind, but Xavier Simmons, you would say, would have to win this race to advance from here.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to have to chalk up a victory to progress himself through to that final 4. Much the same for Darcy Wilson and Mitch Faddish.
Just get rid of those stunts now off the screen. So yeah, Simmons.
You boys better keep those vocals warm for Wednesday.
Well, I tell you what, there's a nice relaxing week ahead, so we should be good. Well, as far as after work goes, anyway. Hayden Guptill.
No, have you got nothing on Tuesday night?
I do. We've actually got the Kiwi Sim Racing 2-hour endurance series, so we'll be live for that from 8 o'clock. Kempe in the house will be calling that racing course, multi-class racing. And I believe that's from Long Beach, and I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some moisture in the air. So
Ooh,
what a track for what a track for a bit of rain.
Well,
it's going to be interesting, to say the least. So it should be good to tune into. Of course, Wednesday night, that NSCAR Championship heads to Daytona.
By the sounds of that, it sounds like I'm not needed to do any bump drafting on Wednesday night.
No, you're in the bloody comms box.
Oh, looks like it, yeah.
You pulled the short straw, Carl. Of course,
As we see,
only
is that Berkeley or is that Oldfield? Sorry,
that was Berkeley.
Oldfield. But
No, Oldfield.
sorry, what were you going to say, there, Brad?
Penultimate round for you in this for a Sunday night, Carl.
This one, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, very happy about that. The championship next week. That'll be good to get the Sunday nights done and dusted and get the Sunday night or Sunday evenings back.
Yeah, get your Sundays back. So if you are tuning in, thought you'd love to give this a bit of a crack. Of course, I believe early next year there'll be some more oval series coming your way from Virtual Racing Aotearoa. So we'll be looking for a co-commentator for those. So if you're interested, just flick us a message. Be happy to get someone in to call the races. She's
Surely someone sticks their hands up for that.
yeah, she's way too hard a task by herself, I can tell you that much. Look at this green flag run we've had tonight. Imagine making something up by yourself for that big stint.
It would be niggly. It'd be like trying to call a bloody road course race. You'd lose things to talk about.
Yeah, run out of things to say. So we see here, Oldfield currently sits P16. Devon Stove and Fabish out there. Yeah, look at that lead that Willie McLean's got. 3.7 seconds back to Bryce Harding. Dilworth sitting about a second behind Harding still. And they go back to Ben Stillborn in fourth. So it's about half a second back from Dilworth. And then Corey Crossan currently in P5. All but has that last spot in the top four all sorted for himself at the moment. How are we, Mr. Tomo? Mate, I tell you what.
There hasn't been a big one, has there, Brett?
We haven't even had a big one tonight. We had a caution on the opening lap, but since then she's been all green flag racing. And I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not even going to say it, Carl, but you're probably thinking the same at this point. We're 81 of 115 in the books. It would be a great way to round out a week.
Yes, it would be. We'll start are we ending the week or starting the streaming
well,
week,
I guess
Brad?
it's starting the streaming week, to be fair. Yeah. It is the way to start the streaming week. Yeah.
It's a great way to set the tone, especially leading into your Porsche Carrera Cup tomorrow night with, what did you say earlier, 57 cars entered into that.
Yeah, 57 entries taken for that series. And from all accounts, anyone that turns up tomorrow night is all going to be out on the track at the same time. So if all 57 turn up, we are in for one hell of a busy night in the comms box, and I get behind that at road racing. When you run
who's
out
joining you at the comms box tomorrow, sorry?
That'll be Corey Kitchen, my Monday night co-commentator. Dabbled in a bit of Xfinity racing earlier in the season. He done one night when I was crook as a dog.
Yes, that's what him and Josh did.
Yeah,
They filled him very well, those two.
Him and Josh done that. But yeah, Corey Kitchen will be joining me in the comms box tomorrow night for that Porsche Carrera Cup Series. Round 1 of 10.
We see Crossan just sitting on P5.
Oh, Gregory.
Keep an eye on Gregory and Crossan just getting a little bit squirmy off 2 there, but going to need to keep an eye on Joel Berkeley. He's currently in P14 with Dion Gregory up into the wall there. Currently in P14, a lap down, so he's going to have to make up 11, 12 spots to take that position away from Corey Crossan. And at this rate, possibly slight advantage with the tyre difference, about that 15, 16 laps possibly.
Oldfield on a mission, excuse me. On those fresher tyres. Albeit a lap down.
So, what have we got? We've got Harding and McClone up front and Dilworth, so that more or less those three are locked into next week, Brad, you would think.
Yeah, well, Dilworth
given the
definitely
current
is.
situation.
Dilworth,
Well, yeah, obviously because he won last week,
yeah.
but you think Harding and McLean are sitting 1 and 2 at the moment, and the way that this race has been sort of panning out, we've only got 20 laps to go, and no, 30 laps to go. Sorry,
Yeah.
30 laps to go, and it's been green for such a big time, and it's been some clean racing. So these guys have sort of got one hand on those all-important playoff spots ahead of Phoenix.
4 cars now out of the race. So Caden Barker's had a moment out there. We'll see if we can pick this up. What has happened to Caden Barker? Oh, so into the fence, possibly a bit of contact.
Big shot.
With Lachlan Mead. We'll just wind it back a little bit and see if anything unfolded leading up to that. Oh. Interesting, Carl. I don't know if we're going to get a very good...
Got the elbows out there by the looks of that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, certainly just drove up into him by the looks of that. But anyway, that is going to bring a end to Caden Barker's night.
Done a great job to just get off the racing line there too and keep this thing green. So
yeah, surprised we didn't actually get a caution with him dropping down there.
Probably moving fast enough to get down to the apron and get off that racing line, and he's done a good job. So kudos, because a caution late in the race like this would have just sort of been a bit of a bittersweet, anticlimactic end to this big run that we've had. I sort of certainly do want to see this go green to the end here from now, Brad, to see how these strategies all do play out. And if Berkeley can make that charge, he's got to make up another 8 or so spots to get to the bumper of Corey Crossan. Maybe only needs to make up 6 to progress, possibly.
So just looking at that, so Berkeley is on 15 lap old tyres compared to Willie McLean's 30. So, man, what would you do if you're race leader on that next caution? What would you do?
You'd have to. I mean, if it was me, I'd be coming down pit lane and getting some new tyres. Basically, just reset and have some grippy tyres and be able to set some fast lap times and basically turn it into a sprint race to finish, Brad.
Yeah, too right. Sounds like you're starting to wind yourself down in the background already there, Carl.
Me? No, I'm still here, mate.
Just heard that familiar noise.
Oh, that's just the alarm clock. This old sleep setting on my phone.
Oh, right, nice.
Yeah, no, just like a stupid reminder thing that pops up and tell me that I need to start thinking about getting into bed. I'm on the wrong side of 30, Brad.
I know that feeling. I'm on the oversides of 30, mate. I'm on the undersides of 40. Well, the early stages of 40. So.
Yeah, when your alarm goes up at 4:20 in the morning, mate. Yeah. You see McLean driving down the inside of Alex Inslee here. Is that Berkeley just looking to go down the inside of McLean? And is he going to unlap himself?
Yeah, he should unlap himself here. So, yeah. Hey, look, if it was to go yellow, even if you're Berkeley and you're now back on the lead lap, you'd see yourself coming down pit lane as well, surely.
The only problem with that is track position and...
Oh, he's already used all his tyres too, wouldn't he?
Berkeley?
Yeah, because he stopped twice.
Do they get 3 sets of tyres? Yeah, the set they start with and 2 additional?
I would assume that is the case, yes.
Yeah, so he wants this to stay green.
Yeah. But somehow he's got to pull a lap back in 23 laps. I can't see that happening for the number 19 of Berkeley as we watch Willie McLean. It's got Alec Inslee in behind him. Alec currently sits 13 and he's looking to unlap himself here as well in that 71. It's fast lane cars. Looking $1 million out there.
One more set, Big Pop said.
Should have one more set. Okay, there you go. It's good to have the some of the guys who have run the series in the chat.
Are you getting all set for Wednesday night, Big Pop?
Surely, mate.
Couple of good results in some of the last sort of drafting outings we've had at Enscar, mate.
he'll be fired up for that one shortly. Everybody loves a bit of bump drafting. Good opportunity to get yourself a win if you're in there at the end.
Didn't we almost see the THD? Was it who was driving the white cars last year for THD? Was it Dion and Julian?
Yeah, trying to remember now.
No, it wasn't Julian. Was it Jordan?
Possibly.
The Dion was definitely driving the TRD sort of livery.
Yeah.
Like going for a lid skid.
Going for the lid skid award. Hey, if we get a lid skid, I'll get behind that.
No, but then also, didn't one of them get a podium last year at Daytona?
I think one of them came pretty close to winning one. I think Dion maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on the podium.
Yeah.
So
Seems so long ago, Carl, when you're doing so many streams.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it didn't seem like a 6-week hiatus between seasons, did it?
Yeah, I reckon. Came around real quick, didn't it? Big Pop loves a bump. Get into it,
Big Pop loves a lot of things. So we're coming to 20 to go here, Brad.
Oh, look at the slide from Guptill there. Does well to hold on to that one.
So Berkeley, but we've got to keep an eye here, Brad. Berkeley only has to get to 8th or 9th spot
Yeah, so
to progress. So that's what we've got to watch out for. He doesn't have to necessarily get past Crossan. He just has to get within that points difference. And if we're saying that was a 3 points difference, then if he can get to...
he's going to have to get to about 9th.
He's going to have to 8th or 9th spot at a bare minimum.
Yeah, so let's see how Fabish is travelling out there. We'll pick up Fabish now. It's currently 35.5s. Last time round for Berkeley was a 35.086, so about half a second. Half a second, and that's not going to be enough time. There's 18 laps. It's going to get to about 9 seconds.
So he might pass. He might pass Fabish.
Shit, he might get to Devon.
He might pass Fabish and Devon. I don't know. This may not be out of the question because these guys are going to start falling off more and more as well. You know. So this is going to be interesting.
You look at those times from Devon Stove, 35.7 last time by. Berkeley a 35.2. So as I say, that's Stove with a 35.4. 35.6 for Fabish. C at a 35.1 for Berkeley.
May have just come in half a dozen laps early from where he needed to be. He may have a little bit of tyre underneath him to have one last push at the end there. But this is going to be interesting. He may fall just short though. Yeah.
So what are we now? He's about 7 seconds in arrears of Fabish. About 10,
Fabish, yeah, 10 from
behind Stove, and he really needs to get to Beecroft. Unless, of course, Guptill can get Corey Crossan. And that is on right now by the looks of things. Guptill just sitting in behind Corey Crossan. Xavier Simmons, he's not going to give that spot away in 5th at the moment.
No, he's not. So if Guptill can get, that's going to, this is all just starting to get very mathematical here, isn't it, Brad?
Yeah, and that's not a good thing for a Sunday night, I tell you. But we'll try and get through this one. Simmons now finds himself with a mirror full of Crossan. Perhaps word has got out to him. Berkeley's making some moves, you need to go. Now on the back of that number 11 of Xavier Simmons. Looking for a way past.
Yeah, so just obviously reading a chat from Liam there. Bryce is closing the gap down and it's going to be a good finish with those fresher tyres, you're not wrong. So again, folks, there's a lot still yet to unfold in these last 14 laps. We're seeing Crossan trying to gain any position he can to make Berkeley's life a hell of a lot harder. And I don't know, Brad, that time's coming down between Berkeley and Fabish again, so there's only We're talking 6 seconds, and he's... See, Oldfield's just past Berkeley now. That doesn't do him any favours, but 13 laps to go. There's still a lot to unfold.
Yeah, it certainly is. It is not over yet. As now, in fact, so Oldfield's not doing Berkeley any favours out there. Oldfield's just passed Berkeley to make it even harder for Berkeley. So no team orders out there tonight by the looks, Carl.
So maybe Berkeley does need that yellow.
Yeah. Looking at it with the pace, Oldfield just leaving him behind now, so yeah, a yellow now.
He'd duck that one.
A yellow now
Who's just coming down pit lane?
would throw this race wide open, Carl. Let's see if we can see that. No one?
No, I just saw someone like right down to the apron. Sorry,
Yeah.
just a little bit. Does that be? That might have been a lap car, even possibly that came down there. Looked like they were quite low on the track.
Of course, that.
But let's see, Harding's inside a second now, Brad.
Yeah, Harding trying to catch on to the back of that 61 of McLean, and tell you what, Willie McLean, he's been the man to beat throughout this race, but Harding now closing that gap down. Last time by for Harding at 35.199, 35.40, a 4.36 in fact make that for Willie McLean.
Yes. So do not go anywhere, folks. This is
Starting
shaping
to shape
up to be,
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Of course, only one caution tonight. I don't even know. I am going to say no one's picked that prediction.
Someone put 10k on the, was it 5 to 6?
Ooh. Yeah, that'll be Big Pop, I think. He's gone for option 3.
How many channel points does Big Pop have?
Kempy's gone for 2. I see you gone for 7 plus, Gal.
Yeah. What was it? Just under 3,000 channel points. Oh yeah, we had one earlier. I was like, oh, is this are we gonna chew through some yellows tonight? But clearly not. 9 to go, and we've only had that one yellow that we've been speaking about all night. So again, just a great spectacle to sit here and watch on a Sunday night with that one yellow and watch these 3 guys duke it out these 4 guys duke it out for the last 3 spots. Of course, Luke Dilworth, if you're only just tuning in, winner last week, sort of locks himself into the final 4 next week at Phoenix, as you get another follower there, Brad.
Cheers for the follow. Welcome in. Look at
I got
Crossing.
30k left. Got the house on the big one. Out that way. 30k.
I got 30k left after my high roller bets. Boy, oh boy. I might have to turn the points up. Make you gain more points. We go though, Crossing to the back of Simmons here. Still looking for a way past. Doesn't necessarily have to make it happen at the moment. Joel Berkeley back in 13th.
He doesn't have to really do much. He's got a decent gap. See, I mean, in all fairness, he could let Guptill by and just circulate for the last 7 laps as Simmons getting all sorts of wobbly down the back stretch here behind Dilworth.
Yeah, you just got Berkeley, you just feel he's fallen off that pace now in the 35.4s, so no longer has that advantage over the guys in front of him. As far as the tyres go, as we approach 6 to go, race leader McLean now. Harding on his tail. And look at this, Berkeley.
Look at this. Yeah.
About to go a lap down.
Who's in the 727?
That'll be Hadley Boyce. He's on the fresher tyres at the moment. But here we go. Pass for the lead, Harding. He's going to get it done.
5 to go. Gets that done. He's just got the fresher tyres like Liam said there in the chat. Harding looking to take the lead away here and get the win done at Homestead Miami Speedway with 5 to go. As Willie McLean just darts the nose back down the inside into 3 and 4. Has he got enough to get the job done? Harding getting stuck up in behind Berkeley. Has he got to run down the front stretch here, Brad? Just cuts the nose off on McClone.
Look out!
Do not go anywhere, folks. This
That-
is shaping up to be an absolute doozy at the finish.
And Crossan now moving forward, gets past in front of Simmons. But man, that couldn't have got much closer there between Harding and McClone. There was absolutely nothing in it. The teammates. Harding now looking to put one of our contenders a lap down of Joel Berkeley, who sits P13 in the race, and no doubt this result is going to bring an end to his championship hopes, as Corey Crossan right now is looking like he is going to advance, along with Luke Dilworth, Willie McClone and Bryce Harding. It is going to be a Sigma Sim Sports shutout for the championship race at Phoenix, as we are 3 to go. Harding leading it out, Berkeley in behind, a lap down. And well, strategy again playing its part tonight.
Who to go now, Brad?
The penultimate round of the Virtual Racing Aotearoa Xfinity Series, drawing to an end. Harding out of nowhere, after Willie McClone basically dominating the whole race, Carl, has got the lead and extending it.
Like a thief in the night, isn't he? Just snatches that lead away from McClone as we come to the white flag here. And now he's just put a second into McClone, back in second place there. And as we get a little comment in the chat, Ben for a first podium finish, surely. Yeah. Looking pretty safe here.
There's nothing in it between him and Crossan, though. Look at
this. This is a Sigma whitewash up front. Crossan's
looking to take
advantage of Ben Stillborn, making a move up high. Can he get the run down the back stretch and get that spot back into 3 and 4 and take that podium away? But Crossan not giving it to him.
He says not today. Not today. As Bryce Harding gets the job done at Homestead, Miami, locks himself into the top 4. Willie McClone will join him. Corey Crossan rounds out the podium over Stillborn. Crossan will join that championship race along with the 63 of Luke Dilworth, who tonight brings it home in P6. And well, it is a Sigma Sim Sports show next week at Phoenix, Carl.
Yep. It's been the theme of the year, or the theme of the between NSCAR and VRA and on the oval racing side of things, hasn't it, Brad?
Yeah, but hard work obviously paying off for these guys as Harding gets it done, and he, no doubt, he will be happy about this victory because, mate, if there's any time to hit form, it is in those late stages of the championship races. And I say hit form, he hasn't really lost his form, but he's got himself the win tonight, and that has got to be a big confidence boost leading into that championship race at Phoenix.
No, yeah, you're not wrong, and that the momentum is going to be huge.
Yeah, and if anyone out of those top 4 that knows how to get it done, it is that man, of course, current defending back-to-back NSCAR championship, well, champion I should say, looking to now make his mark on the Xfinity Series here at Virtual Racing Aotearoa. And I tell you what, Carl, 9:15 race time. How good is it on a Sunday night to get the show done?
Let's take this as the result.
Yeah.
Getting an early finish.
Yeah, too right. And yeah, definitely Wayne saying in the chat there, good one. It certainly was. You know, when you go green for so long, it's all about
114 laps.
Yeah, it's all about getting that strategy right, isn't it? And Bryce tonight, absolutely sending it.
Are these guys coming up for a chat or not?
Yeah, we'll stand by. Surely we'll get Bryson at the bare minimum, I would say, to have a yarn. There we go, just like that.
Get him up.
We'll drag this man in here. Corey Crossan. Corey, tonight, 3rd place, mate. The form continues. You picked up that win in Enscar on Wednesday, and now tonight, 3rd place finish, and very little doubt in it, locking yourself into that championship chase next week.
Has it actually locked me in? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I feel that after the first stage, you had a 1 point lead over Joel Berkeley, and now you've finished a lot of positions in front of him. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, mean.
yeah, I'm going to say that. Of course, Berkeley. He did get second in that stage, but I'm certain that you've got enough points over him. There wasn't much in it, but
Yeah. Either way, it was it was a tough race. That's a tough track. I don't actually really know what I was doing or what I should have done or what I could have done better, but nevertheless, we got there in the end.
yeah, too right. And well, mate, it's going to be a top 4 battle between Sigma Sim Sports, obviously, and Phoenix is going to be the place where it all goes down next Sunday night. So I guess now eyes forward onto that one.
Oh, absolutely! I can't wait to get there and see where we end up.
Yeah, too right. And well, mate, while you're in here, you want a quick shout out to any of your sponsors, anyone you wanted to thank?
Dirt FX Designs doing the paint jobs, bloody awesome job they do. The boys at Sigma, of course, and you guys for the awesome commentary that you guys do.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cheers, Corey, and I'm fairly certain, unofficially from our end, but I'm fairly sure that you have done enough to get yourself into that championship chase. It was getting fairly close when you were sort of dropping down that order a little bit, but to get home in 3rd, that last lap passed on Stillborn, denying him his first podium finish. But mate, I guess you got to take them.
That's yep.
Awesome. Well, cheers for coming in for a chat, Corey, and congrats on that 3rd place finish tonight.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, cheers. There you go, Corey Crossan's thoughts from tonight's race, and we'll drag this man in here, Willie McClune. He, it felt like he led nearly every single lap tonight, all bar the last 5 or so laps, but a 2nd place finish tonight, Willie, more than enough to lock yourself into the big race next week at Phoenix. So, mate, you still got to be happy with that result tonight.
Yeah, mate. Led all the laps other than the ones that counted. I knew Bryce would come back because he's, that's his forte really, saving tyre, and I knew it could be fast, but it was just about how much of a gap I could get in that first stint over him. So yeah, no, it was a good race. It's quite fun when it goes green all the way. Probably boring for you guys, but
well, yeah. Hey, look at the first. When we went on for green for a long time, it started to lose its shape for us. But towards the end there, it started to get fairly interesting again as Berkeley started making his way back through the field and Corey sort of started dropping down. But ultimately I'm fairly certain Corey's done enough to get himself in to battle it out between you and the other 2 Sim Sport drivers, Sigma Sim Sport drivers that have made it through.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. A bit of a battle between us. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, so obviously no team orders, so she's going to be elbows out next week, yeah?
Yeah, mate, for sure. There'll be a few side drafts into the wall, I'd say.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Willie, before we let you go, mate, anyone you wanted to thank?
Yeah, just all the Sigma boys and Dirt FX for painting our cars and VRA for putting it on, actually. They do a good job.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks again for coming in to chat with us, Willie, and mate, all the best for Phoenix next week.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Cheers. Okay, thoughts from our 2nd place finisher tonight. Well, we'll get this man in, and I'll tell you what, Bryce, what a way to get the job done tonight, mate. Willie McClune, it felt like he led nearly every single lap, and then here comes a charge from Bryce towards the end of the race, and move yourself into the lead and get it done here at Homestead.
Yeah, I like races like this when it comes down to tyre. Like Willie alluded to, it's kind of my thing, saving the car and driving it just hard enough to be, fast while saving the gear. I really like doing that. It's something that I end up being alright at. So yeah, I kind of like races like this. I know they get a bit boring, and it's a race you got to stay focused on. There was a little bit there, 5 laps or so, I kind of drifted off and had to refocus myself because you kind of just get caught in a groove. Hey, pretty awesome.
Yeah, too right. And mate, to get into that championship chase next week and be fighting it out against your teammates must be a bloody good feeling, as well as, it's the 4 of yous, and I guess at the end of the day you all win.
Yeah, it's good for the others. I'm not going to be here.
Oh no.
I'm going on holiday, so I'm going to miss out on that. But I'm glad I could lay my stake to the, it would have been worthy. It would have been a great battle. I'm sure the others will have a great battle, and I'll be watching.
Yeah, too right.
So yeah, it'll be pretty good.
Well, so does that mean that are you going to be around for NSCAR this week, or?
Yep, I'm leaving on Thursday, so I'll do that. Yeah.
Timing.
But yeah,
timing. Well,
it's important to score points though, because I'll be missing 2 weeks. So
right,
yeah. It's been good for me to get some points on the board, and hopefully that's enough to still make it through when it's all said and done.
Yeah, too right. Well, that's a shame that you won't be contending that championship final next Sunday night, but obviously other things coming up, as some would say. But anyway, Bryce, a great win tonight, mate, and go away, celebrate with your teammates, and let's see what they can do at that championship chase next week. But while you're in here, you may as well get your shout out to your sponsors or anyone else you wanted to thank.
Yeah, I just want to thank the Sigma guys. Want to thank Vulcan, Dirty Fix Designs, and shout out to Liam and Tristan watching. Yeah, pretty awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Bryce, for coming in for a chat with us, mate. Congrats on the win tonight. Like I say, unfortunate you won't be here for that decider on Sunday, but no doubt still going to be a race worth tuning in for. So, cheers for coming in and having a chat.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Cheers. So there you go. Thoughts from tonight's race winner, Bryce Harding. And, well, Carl, mate, I tell you what, nice and early knock-off on a Sunday for us. I certainly get around that.
Yeah, no, that's good. Nice to get that done and out of the way. We've only got one more to go, so...
Yeah, too right.
Not gonna lie, can't wait for that to be over and get the Sunday nights back, mate.
Yeah, too right. Well, I know one thing, mate. I appreciate you coming in for the call this season. It's been a ripper start to the Oval Racing for Virtual Racing Aotearoa. But while you're in here, don't forget, folks, tomorrow night the Porsche Carrera Cup Championship kicks off. First round of 10. Massive field signed up to race for that. So tune in. I believe we'll be live around 8:20, 8:25 for that one. First race set to go around the 8:30 mark. So, yeah, tune in for that one. Thanks again, Carl, for coming in for the call tonight. 1 week to go for you, mate. The championship race next Sunday night. Don't forget about that one either. Make sure you tune in. But, thanks everyone for tuning in. And until tomorrow night, we'll have a great Monday.